everyone. Let's play some Colostle tonight. I hope you'll enjoy. And we're gonna start with character creation. If you haven't played Colostle before, it's really a pretty easy game. You'll see when we start playing. But I have here the character creation sheets, which I'll have on the side because it's a little too much to have all. It's a little too much to have it all on this piece of my desk. But we're gonna start with my calling. I have the print and play version of the Colossal deck, which I spent quite a bit of time doing. But yeah, I really like it. So the cards are shuffled. The jokers just mean that I'm gonna reshuffle the deck. But what we have here is gonna be right back. Welcome back, everyone. I'm sorry, I got a phone call that I needed to take, but we're gonna actually start now. I know the video's flipped. I'm gonna try and solve this by the next video because I'm gonna try and solve it by the next stream. But we're gonna start with the character's calling. So we're gonna draw a card. Let's see if I can adjust the video slightly. I'm gonna take a card from the deck. I have a 9. A 9 means, as a child, your mother used to tell you stories of warriors with diamond skin morphing weapons of magma and obsidian blades that never dulled. Their powers came from the fabled rook stones, ancient one-of-a-kind stones, hundreds of them made from different rock, crystal, or gem, and each holding a unique magical power. It wasn't true, of course. There are only 3 kinds of rook stones: ice, shock, and rumble, and all rooks have one of these. Everyone knows that. But now as an adult, you know a little more. You're a little wiser to the world. You know that stories like that don't actually exist without a grain of truth. What if the legendary rook stones actually exist? So what I'm going to write down is that we're looking for the magical rook stone. And we're gonna try and see if we can find the diamond skin warriors. So find diamond skin warriors. Skinned warriors. Now we're gonna do a name first. I need to have my dice because I'm using the book of random tables for a name. So let's see. That's a 1. That's gonna be Ivy. Ivy. Let's see, Ivy, maybe a last name. I'm looking. Ivy Perri. And the character's nature is next. We're gonna draw another card. That's a 7. And the 7 is introspective, quiet, mysterious, a person of few words. So let's see. Introspective. quiet. My handwriting's too big for these little boxes. I'm sorry if you hear me sniffling. I have quite a long cold right now, and it's really quite annoying. I'm gonna quickly... I hope I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. Okay. Person of few words. This is the complete opposite of my character that I'm playing by myself, which is larger than life. So, and for the characters class, we're gonna see, let's see. We have Choice of the Armed, which has an exploration score, and the exploration score of 3, which means that in the exploration phase we can take 3 cards. And a combat score of 4. The Armed has a beautiful drawing. It basically means that they have a arm of a rook that they have attached. It can be anything like an anchor like they have here, or an actual arm. I think I'm gonna go for the followed though. We have 3 choices of the armed, the followed, or what is it? 4 choices. 4 choices. You have 4 choices of the helmed, the mounted, the followed, or the armed. But the followed just has a little rookling with them, which I think is really fun to do. So I think we're gonna do that. I'm gonna put these back so I don't get them mixed up, because they were print and play for me. So we're gonna go class is the followed. And we have an exploration score of 5, so I'm gonna put a little dot here because we can lose exploration score if we get wounded, but this is the reset basically. And the combat score is 3, and now we're gonna color that in. But exploration score is how many cards you get to pull in the exploration phase, and combat score is how many cards you get to pull in the combat phase. I'm gonna explain that more when we actually get to playing, because I'm not good at explaining rules during like reading the rules out loud. I think it's better if we have the explanation while we're doing it. So we're gonna see what. So we have a little rookling with us. We're gonna see. I think some of the questions we have is, what is does the village of the clan hate the rooks, and why did you have to keep your bond with the rookling secret? And did you have to keep the bond with your rookling secret? I think that the village won't hate the rooks, just because they were protectors instead of harmers. So, protective rooks. And I think it's just gonna be a kitten-sized rookling. And the rookling is gonna be kitten-sized. Rookling is kitten-sized. And has Ice magic. We're gonna go with that. The Rookling isn't someone that killed... Oh, the Rookling isn't the core of a rook that kills someone close to me. Or... I do love my Rookling. I love my Rookling. Because one of the questions is your bond with your Rookling a reluctant one? Does it follow, but do you wish it didn't? But I don't think that's really what we're going for here, seeing as they're introspective, quiet, mysterious. I think they like their little Rookling dude. And how it will fight in combat is, I think, defensive. Defensively, protective of me. Protective of me. So we have that. Now it's time to, I think, choose a weapon. This is only the second time I've played it, so excuse me for rifling through the papers a little bit. Let's see. Inventory. What kind of weapon? I think I'm gonna go with a sword. Just a classic sword. And maybe a crossbow as well to have that range advantage. And right now we don't have any treasures. I think we're ready to start. So the exploration rules, like I said, I'm gonna explain that while we're doing it. But, so for the exploration phase, we're gonna draw 5 cards from the deck and see what they say. On this handy little chart, we can see red cards are organic things, people and creatures, and black cards are scenic things, structures and objects. A knight, a jack, queen, or a king are... A queen and a king are rooks, and a jack is an item, and we're gonna see what that says. Tonight we're only playing with the basic rules of Colostle, not the any of the expansions, but I am planning on doing that one day. So we're gonna draw 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 cards. So that's a 4 of hearts. Someone needs you to find something. So I'm gonna take these cards and we're gonna flip to the next page. I'm gonna flatten that out a bit. So 4 of... what did I say? 4 of hearts. Someone needs you to find something. Find something. So we're gonna go with that one first, and it's a trustworthy person. A person you meet asks you to find something for them. Maybe they have lost something or are too afraid to get it. Draw a card and check the item table to see how they will reward you if you do this for them. Use other cards to draw in this exploration phase to inform where you might need to go. If you fight them, create a human opponent in your combat phase, but we're not gonna fight them because this is a normal person. So we had the 4. I still need to get used to where the exact framing is. I think that's maybe better. I'm gonna draw another card that for the item table, and a 2 is They lost some supplies. They lost supplies. So now we need to think on what those supplies might be. Is it food? Is it camping supplies? Guess we'll see. Now we have a Jack of Spades. And that's an item. So we need to draw another card to see what the item is going to be. So Jack of Spades. Excuse my awful spade here. I'm not that good at drawing at all. So, ooh, it's a vehicle. So it's an item. And a 6 is a vehicle. It's going to be an interesting... So we get a vehicle. That's going to be interesting. Now a 9 is a massive skeleton. A 9 of diamonds is a bandit camp. A massive skeleton. It looks humanoid, but it can't be. So a 9 of diamonds. Again, excuse my awful drawing. I'm sorry, I peeked the mic there. I'm just adjusting something on my computer, I'm sorry. Let's see, a 9 of diamonds. And that's a massive skeleton. And it is a bandit camp. So now a 9 of clubs is the next one. A 9 of clubs is a clue to the next step on your quest. So we're looking for the diamond skin people. So we're gonna think on what that might entail. A clue to the next step. And we're lucky we didn't really... Well, we're lucky and we're not lucky because I can't explain the combat phase right now because I didn't get any combat. I mean, except for maybe the bandit camp. But I think I'm gonna try and sneak in after dark. Or sneak in during the day when the bandits are away. And then we have the 2 of spades. I'm sorry for the glare on the cards. By the way, it's just the way my lights work. And that's a door. A locked or intact door. A door, no ordinary door, a door between rooms in the Colostle. It's impossibly huge beyond imagining. Disappearing upward into the sky, if you hadn't seen it from a distance, you'd have thought it was just another wall. If it's intact, you might have to find a mechanism to unlock or open it. So now, we're gonna see how to do this. A map. The map, we're gonna start here. That's a little house, a little home. There we go. I'm sorry for the mic. Like I said, I'm not used to this. As you can see, a little house. And I think I have an idea. So we encounter a bandit camp close to the village. Maybe a day's walk. Which I think is close, considering the Colostle is a huge place. And there aren't any bandits around right now. If I don't write this down, by the way, I'm gonna forget, and then I'm gonna have continuity errors, and my perfectionist brain can't take that, so we're gonna do it that way. I know it might be annoying because you have to wait while I write it down, but I like writing it down more than typing, so I think that's a better idea. So encounter a bandit camp close to the village, maybe a day's walk. There aren't any bandits around. There is, however, a massive skeleton lying close by. And a person locked in a cage. And this is basically the gameplay loop of Colostle, where you make a story with the prompts you get. So I just realized maybe that's better. So let's see. Locked in a cage. They spot me. And seeing as there's no one around. There's no one else. No one else around. They beg me for help. I lockpick. I don't know where I got a lockpick from, but I did. In my backpack, maybe. My supplies. I lockpick the cage. And they say their supplies were taken by the bandits, or not their supplies, their cart was taken by the bandits a few days ago. Days walk away, maybe. And let's think. We found a vehicle, so maybe it can be something connected to it. Let's think. In the bandit camp. No. They say if I retrieve it, they have some information that might be useful. All they need is a ride. Now, excuse me, I need to blow my nose. I didn't want to blow my nose right in the mic. That would have been so annoying. All you need is a ride. Which I don't have. Let's see. We have our house here. We're gonna make a little road up here where the bandit camp is. Again, my drawing is awful, but aside from that, and there's a skeleton here. And we're gonna take another walk with the person. I'm gonna say their cart is maybe here. It's an awful cart. So the cart's here, and we are going the opposite direction. Why? I don't know, but we're doing it. Oh, I know. We're going the opposite direction because there is a... So all I need is a ride, which I don't have, but I know of a place. Where they lend carts. They lend people vehicles. How they ensure they come back? No idea. So this is basically the journal of the character. Maybe they're writing this after a day of what they have been doing. Who knows? So the little, I guess, car lot is here. We get there swiftly. and rent and get a little cart because they know the merchant Ice rescued. Yeah. And when we get, so we go from here all the way to the dude's cart. So from here to here. We don't cross the band camp because who knows, they might be back. So when we arrive at the merchant's cart, luckily almost everything is still there. And to my surprise, a massive door is positioned close by. So I'm gonna draw a door here. It's a massive door, so can it open? But it's not locked, that's for sure. It's not locked. Which was... where did I... oh, here. The only way through is probably the keyhole. So we're gonna put 2 here. This is entry 1, and this is gonna be entry 2. So 1. And now we're on to the next exploration phase. We're gonna draw 5 more cards. That's 5. We found a city. We're gonna start with that. So, a 10 of clubs. Ten of clubs is a abandoned city. That's You come across the city, a huge settlement unlike anything you've ever seen before. Buildings constructed from rook parts, and mechanisms on every corner. The best of all, shops, culture, and hunters. A place for commerce, trading, and meeting. But the city is abandoned. So, abandoned city. And we have another item. It's a Jack of Hearts. But the suits on the face cards don't really matter. Which means we get to draw another card. Where are my cards? Well, right there. Yeah. It's a king, which means 2 treasures. So we're gonna wishes an item. And we drew a king, which is 2 treasures. So we're gonna need to think on what those true treasures are. If I can speak. And then we have a 7 of spades. Which is a cave entrance. A flat and easy navigable cave entrance. So, 7 of spades. Easily navigable. I put these cards in the discard pile. Then we have a 9 of spades, which is another calling card, and it's a something you were looking for. I'm gonna have to think on what that is. Something you were looking for. Maybe we found a dead diamond-skinned warrior. And let's see. A 3 of spades is a staircase. And an intact staircase. And a staircase leading to another floor. Wow. Blech. Another floor in the Colostle, massive and a quest in itself to climb. It vanishes into the mist and clouds. Each step is the height of a small house. Who could have possibly built this? So it is the first staircase, because otherwise there's another part of the book I haven't even got to yet. Intact staircase. As I drop to the floor on like this, the other side of the door. Yes, we're skipping past how I got through it because I am not that good. I'm not that great at stories. Well, I am, but not that way. And let's see, as I drop to the floor on the other side of the door, I marvel at the huge city in front of me. So we're gonna have our map here, which is back to 1. I'm gonna put 2 here. Jeez. It was here. Door was here. So we're gonna do the city. Here. This is really a bad angle. I'm gonna have to look how to do this next time because I would find this really annoying. I marvel at the huge city in front of me. It seems to be abandoned though. As I can't see any sign of life. And now next to a few days walk later, I come across a cave that almost seems human-made. By the way, it is so easy to enter. At least for me. My rookling stumbles suddenly, and I must think. Let's think. I turn back to see a corpse covered in diamond skin. It was that, right? Yeah. Just checking. We never know. It might be the wrong thing that I'm doing here. Covered in diamond skin. On their person, I find a watch and a gonna be so I think it's gonna be a pocket watch instead of just a normal watch. And these are going to be the two treasures that we have. Pocket watch and And a... let's see. Just looking through the items, seeing if we can have anything. I'm just gonna look in the book of random tables if I can find what maybe... could be something interesting. And a book and a journal recording a map of the Roomlands. So that's something I was looking for in the two treasures. After camping, for the night, I set out and find a staircase. This will take me probably days to climb. As the steps are higher than I am.